I haven't talked to anybody in months interact in a way that's deep and meaningful with other people because they share those same experiences. And like in war or trauma, these people share that. And I think that's something that really builds the bond.
Yeah, no. I mean, I agree with that. I also do want to say, though, that I feel like there definitely should be like more mental health facilities in the Midlands for everybody because they're dealing with a lot there, and I just feel like there's a real lack of care for mental health there.
Assuming that everything that's happening in these books is in the medieval times era, give or take, yes, you're absolutely right. That was some brutal ass shit.
Yeah.
Did you make it to 4 years old? You need a therapist, honey.
Yeah, that's not even counting the torture and things that we're talking, like specifically the issues that we're going to deal with.
After a good long life living to the ripe old age of 30. Yeah, you might need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, that's all. So, as Richard leaves this chamber, they've all talked for a couple seconds, and they decide, let's keep going deeper into the creepy house thing. Creepy house. It's more than a house. It's like a castle, but...
A keep is such a generalized name for it, though. Yeah. Like, it's hard to pin down. Big stone building.
Yes, large stone building that housed people and books and... things. In a mountain. Anyways, so as he leaves this first chamber, he walks through the door and he feels like a tingling sensation on his skin, but he doesn't feel like he needs to go back and stop. He just keeps plowing through the tingling sensation.
It's not enough to freak him out.
Yeah. And nobody else can follow him through the door. Egan even tries to, like, Hulk smash his way through, and it doesn't turn out very well for him. He just looks like an angry mime.
He's doing the invisible door. Look at him. Egan, you're really good at that, dude.
Richard's like, dude, it's not gonna work. So he grabs Berdine's hand and slowly pulls her through, which I feel like there should have been more discussion before he tried to do this.
Yeah. He's like, here, give me your hand. And he pulls her arm, it sounds like, right? Part of the way through. And then he does stop, and he's like, you good? You gonna keep going?
It's cold, but she's fine.
All right, we're gonna keep going. But yeah, the initial, hey, what if we like hold hands and I pull you through? That's nothing that was discussed.
Yeah.
It's halfway through, are you okay? I don't know, he could have made a fatal mistake at that point already.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can actually physically pull her through the shield, but if she doesn't have the magic that you have...
It's gonna burn her up.
She's just gonna, burn or rot instantly, and it's just gonna be awful.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe, 2 seconds beforehand he could have been like, hey, can I grab your hand and see if I can pull you through? Like, literally just ask consent.
Yeah,
that
definitely should have happened.
But she makes it through. She makes it through the weird, icy cold shield thing just fine.
NBD.
Yeah. Richard then makes the decision that nobody else is coming through. So, you're all stuck out there. That's just the way it's going to be. And if something happens to me, then everybody else is going to be trapped otherwise. Because they don't even try to know, though. He doesn't even have Berdine try to walk back through the door to know if she can walk back through the door by herself. He just assumed that they can't.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
He just assumes that she can't, and that nobody else will be able to, so they can't come through. They're gonna stay on the other side, and then they'll be safe over there.
Well, it's kind of funny because they're treating it like radiation. Like, we don't know how many times you can do this before it kills you, so we're just gonna do one for right now.
Yeah.
And do no unnecessary passing through of the weird shield.
Yeah, no, the whole thing was very silly to me. Because it's like, okay, so shit goes wrong. You and or Berdine get hurt. Even if Berdine can get back to the other people and talk to them through the invisible shield that you don't know that she can't go back through, then she's going to be like, so, Richard's back here.
Well, and here's another thing, too.
We can't do shit about it.
Suppose they can get out of the shielded area, right? now they're in this main room. Now they have the door. Did the door swing closed? Is it just standing open?
Yeah, he got
Are
them
they
in.
allowed through the door?
Does he know that they can get back?
Are they allowed past the big terrible beastie that's in the rock garden? Can they get through the portcullis? Like, what's the limit here? Are they totally fucked just for having followed him in there? Or is his presence absolutely necessary to get them out? I know we don't have a good way to answer that yet, but...
Yeah, because there's obviously a shield on the front door, and that's how he walked through it, because the door opened. But that shield allowed everybody else through once he opened the door. Like, he broke that shield. Is that what happened there? And then the secondary shield isn't the same type of shield. It's a different one, obviously.
Instead of a +1, he has a +500. He's like, no, they're all with me, so they're cool. And then they're just covered by the magic. Basically, Richard is there. Remember the Batman and Robin meme where Robin is like, Batman, you can't do that. And then Batman slaps the shit out of Robin. He's like, War Wizard, because it was about Richard.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where he's him, so it's going to work for right now.
I agree. I agree with you. It's just like, I'm very disappointed in these shields that have been made there. I don't like them.
Yeah, well, like we said, it seems pretty easy for anybody who has subtractive magic to get in there, and that shouldn't really be the qualifier.
Any Sister of Dark just gets to walk up in that bitch.
Yeah, just right in.
Anyways, Kara is extremely upset about the fact that Berdine got pulled through the shield and Richard is like cock blocking the rest of them. She begs to know why he chose Berdine instead of her, and Berdine's like, well, duh, I'm the favorite.
Obs.
But he explains that Kara's good. She's the leader. She's like the main Mord Sith, okay? So if anything happens to him, she's gonna be in charge. Now, he didn't very explicitly say in charge of the Mord Sith, or in charge of
all of Dahara?
Yeah. What? In charge of what? What exactly? This is not a very thought out, emergency plan here, Richard, but okay. She accepts it. Like, acceptable. I'm gonna tell everyone that you told me I'm in charge of everything, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I'm the boss now. He said it. You heard it, motherfuckers. I'm the boss. No, he doesn't really say, but something else happens here that I don't know if it rubbed me the wrong way, but so he takes Berdine through and he's explaining to Kara how, like, hey, if something happens to us, you're in charge. He's not really including himself in that, but what he is saying is that Berdine here, well, Berdine is expendable.
Yeah.
And you're not.
Yeah.
And I get she's the leader, but Berdine has all this, like, knowledge that Richard is trying to use. Not really, I was about to say take advantage of. It's not really that, because she wants to help him. But, like, yeah, that's what it is. And in a weird kind of parallel, we're talking about Anne using Verna because she was expendable. But not really.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same with Berdine. You're not the leader of the Mord Sith, but no, you're not actually expendable. I really fucking need you right now.
But also, if you fall in a pit while we're back here, you might be dead forever.
That might happen. That's a risk I'm willing to take. And we haven't really been able to pin down a theme for this book yet. And I know, obviously, there's a Wizard's Rule coming.
Yeah.
And I know what the Wizard's Rule is, and yet I'm having trouble lining it up with the rest of the book.
Whereas the other ones had examples all throughout?
Yeah, and this one doesn't really point it out as clearly. Now, I forget where it is exactly that it's stated. So I am interested to read that again.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, it's kind of seeming like some sort of risk assessment. Go with your gut.
Yeah.
Even if it seems dangerous, think about it beforehand, but do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And, soft spoiler, I know that's not it.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
So, before Kara lets them go, she warns Richard never to trick her like this again, because obviously he was planning on this ahead of time, at least to a point. And then Richard and Berdine do head deeper into the keep, and that's the whole chapter.
That's it.
They just, like, walk in 2 rooms.
You got the outside door, you got the inside door, and that's pretty much it.
We walked into a magic place. The end.
I mean, it does kind of set a precedent for whatever it is Richard is getting into. We know that Kara is going to be left in charge if anything should happen to him. So there's reason to suspect that something might happen to him.
That's why maybe you should have just waited for your grandpa, my dude.
Yeah, we know Kahlan and Zedd are on the way. Like, I think what grates me about this is that I personally would be like, okay, well, my grandpa, the first fucking wizard, is going to be here very shortly. I'm going to wait, confer with him, and see what the smartest thing to do is.
Mm-hmm.
Richard is not me. That's why I could never be the Seeker. Obviously, he gets into some shit. Mm-hmm. But so he doesn't wait and puts himself in this very dangerous situation that who knows if he'll be able to recover from, but he's doing it anyways.
Yeah.
It's reckless.
Yeah, I mean, I would just post a bunch of dudes outside.
Reckless but necessary, one could argue.
They could. Well, I think we won't be able to say that or argue that until we see what the fuck happens in the next chapter.
That's fair.
Hopefully the next chapter.
Yeah.
But if you have any thoughts for us before next chapter, we would absolutely love to fucking hear them.
Yes.
So you can send those to us at podcastatt@gmail.com. You can find us on all the socials at podcastatt. We have an awesome website over at podcastatt.com. And if you want to get a hold of us via text or voicemail, you can do that at 616-259-0025. If you want to be one of our very best friends, you can also find us over on Patreon at Podcast ATT also, because we made it all easy, okay? It's all easy for you.
And we're super creative, so we used, the same thing for everything.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We mean that. We really do. Everybody says it, but we actually mean that. You guys are the best. And we'll see you real soon.
Bye.